Wow, it's been some time since we haven't had a Leonardo Officina Italiana video review for a specific collection, and what better way to start this year with the first launch of Leonardo Officina Italiana, the 2.0 Momento Zero Grande collaboration project with Tailored Pen Company. Since you are already accustomed to this impressive model of Leonardo Officina Italiana, the Momento Zero Grande 2.0. I'm going to move briefly throughout the details. I'm going to focus on the colors and some of the aspects which I believe just simply make this collection stand out. And then we're going to go and have some fun in a writing sample. We're going to check the dimensions, proportions of this fountain pens, and then we're going to conclude everything in some personal opinions of myself. Ever since Leonardo Officina Italiana introduced their models to having very colorful and special material like the primary manipulation of Jonathan Brooks, it pretty much opened the gates of every single Italian fountain pen manufacturers to think about having this impressive colors in their lineup. And this year it looks that Leonardo Officina Italiana teamed up with a different resin manufacturer, and in this case is a Tailored Pen Company from USA, if I'm not mistaken, in order to embellish Momento Zero Grande collection with 3 new individual colors, and by colors I mean resins. This is the Momento Zero Grande 2.0 Galactica collection, and I hope I'm pronouncing that Italian enough for all of you watchers. Please bear with me because I'm not Italian, I'm just trying to be one. You know what I mean. The thing with these resins is that they are poured individually in small blanks, I believe 20 centimeter plus lengths, and every single individual blank is unique in the way that it's displaying the colors and the combination of glitters, chatoyance, and the pattern and everything. So pretty much we are looking about a limited edition collection from Leonardo Officina Italiana in which every single pen it's limited to itself because it's random in regards of the pattern and the color dispersion and everything else, and you are getting something super unique. Let's introduce everyone to the overall colors of this collection. So we have the first one, which is this right here, this blue impressive fountain pen. This is called the Universe. So the Universe displays a very interesting blue predominant color with purple. We have some silver glitter. Size of this glitter, it's quite pronounced, so you're getting a very nice effect of both chatoyance and sparkles in this material. And have a look at this. So the overall pattern is unique and the color dispersion is also unique to this specific fountain pen. So this is the Momento Zero Grande 2.0 Galattica Universe. Right here we have the second pen, which is the Planetary Nebula. So the Nebula has this impressive mix of minty green, white and gold in it. This is very small, so the actual way that this captures the light, it's much more sublime than the Galactica. So we have chatoyance, we have this swirly patterns, we have some patches of this material which are almost semi-transparent. You're not going to be able to see the ink inside, or at least from the samples that I got sent, I don't see how this would be possible, but anyway. And last but not least, we have a very cute one. So this is called the Nana Rosa, and the Nana Rosa is impressive in the way that the colors are evenly distributed, and also the choice of colors, because this is kind of unique to what I've seen till this point from resins from Jonathan Brooks and other manufacturers that just simply make this kind of a resin style. Pink, we have red, we have this orange, chatoyance, a little bit of purple dashes all over the place. So this is a very nice color. This is the overall look of this collection. I don't know which one to choose and to base my review on, but I'm gonna pop in between with all of them. In regards of the customer experience, I don't have the box right here with me, it's on the way, but what you need to understand is that when you actually get one of these fountain pens with the steel nib, you're gonna get only the box. If you get it with the gold nib, you're gonna get one bottle of ink inside the box with the fountain pen. As you're accustomed by now, we start with pointy ends. The shape of the fountain pen starts to taper in towards both ends, and right here is the thickest point of the fountain pen. pen. This is the usual Leonardo clip with a small wheel. This is very practical. Opposite to the clip, we have engraved Leonardo and the limited edition number. In this case, we have a number out of 300. So for each individual color of those three, we have 300 fountain pens. So in total, we are talking about 900 fountain pens. Also, each individual color has its own trim color. For the universe, we have silver color trims. For the planetary nebula, we have gold color trims. And for the Nana Rosa, we have rose gold color trims. Let's continue with the design of the fountain pen. On the cap band, we have the 3 rings configuration from Leonardo Officina Italiana. This very nice step down, and the barrel starts to be flushed with the cap around this point right here. This is not unpolished, so you barely notice this. We have one complete turn of the cap to uncap the fountain pen, and right here we are going to have a first glimpse at the nib. Leonardo size 6 steel nib, which is beautifully stamped with the Leonardo logo and motif, Leonardo Italy, and the nib size right here at the base. For the steel nibs, we have the following sizes: elastic extra fine, elastic fine, extra fine, fine, medium, broad, and I believe a 1.5 millimeter stub. These steel nibs are powered by ABS plastic feeders, and both the nib and the feeder are friction fitted inside a housing, together forming the Leonardo nib unit. This nib unit on the steel nib fountain pens is detachable. Look how quickly I can just simply remove it. Yeah, this is how simple. So I can wash the inside of the fountain pen. I can substitute this, swap it with a different Jovo size 6 steel nib unit from a different fountain pen. On the gold nibs, in our case, we have the Nana Rosa. This is equipped with a 14 karat gold nib, rose gold plated, like the entire trims of the fountain pen, stamped Leonardo Italy 14 karat gold. At the base, we have broad, elastic extra fine, elastic fine, extra fine, fine, medium, broad, and I believe 1.1 millimeter stub. Ebonite feeders. The housing of the gold nib, it's glued in, so don't try to untwist it like the steel nibs, because it would not come off. Proceed with caution and be sure to just simply know what you're doing. Let's continue with the ergonomics of the Momento Zero Grande 2.0. This is the kind of a section that you may find on the 2.0. This is different from what Leonardo had in the past with the small metal ring right here at the beginning of the section. This is a little bit more chunky, and it offers a great control, and you just simply feel that the fountain pen is very nimble with this kind of a section. Maybe it's just me, but this is how I feel it in writing. Right here, it's going to feature the threads of the capping system. Those are not super sharp, but again, if you are accustomed to holding the fountain pen a little bit more upwards, you may end up with them right here in this kind of a grip. And we continue right here with the ink window, which is centered in between 2 metal rings. I just love this feature on this Momento Zero Grande 2.0. This is super practical. You can see the ink sloshing around in the barrel. You may see the ink level when you run out of ink, so this is very practical. Then we continue with the barrel at the thickest point right here. It's going to start to taper in towards this ring right here, the divider in between the barrel and the piston knob. The piston is the usual Leonardo Officina Italiana piston. It has a huge ink volume, 1.5 milliliters of ink, plenty enough for you to have fun for many pages. And also it's very practical because it can be taken apart using the Leonardo tool. This is the kind of a tool that you may need. This is available for sale on our website. Something super important regarding the piston. When you use the key and remove the piston and you put it outside of the fountain pen, that aluminum piece with the rod and the piston head and everything, be very careful not to have some water inside that assembly, the piston assembly, because you're gonna find out quickly that your piston is gonna be seizing. Let's put it side by side other fountain pens from Leonardo Officina Italiana to check the overall size and proportions of the Momento Zero Grande 2.0, and I have right here a beautiful 12, which is the new model of Leonardo Officina Italiana. It's an exclusive of ours. Coned king size bulk filler. This is my personal fountain pen. This Momento Zero Grande 2.0 is an oversized model, but yet it's super practical. And just to show you what's a super big fountain pen, here is a look next to my Namiki Emperor. This pen barely fits in the frame. Uncapped, you can clearly see that the Momento Zero Grande 2.0, it's a middle choice because it stands a little bit more taller than the Sailor King of Pen. It's shorter than the Connet King size. It's a little bit more thinner, and if I'm not mistaken, shorter than the Dodici, and of course, the Emperor is gonna be above it. Capped like this, the Momento Zero Grande 2.0 Galactica stands at 151 millimeters. Posted in writing position like so is going to be 170 millimeters. Uncapped like this in writing position is going to be 134 millimeters. Capped and or posted, the total weight of the fountain pen fully inked is 29.7 grams, and uncapped in writing position, the total weight will be 20 grams. The price is going to be different if you choose to have the fountain pen with a steel nib or 14 karat gold nib. So for every single Momento Zero Grande 2.0 Galactica series, if you choose to have it with a steel nib, the pricing will be 260 euros, no VAT. With a gold nib, it's going to be 416 euros without VAT. I believe it's a wonderful price slash value for what you actually get. Nevertheless, now it's time to test out this beautiful 14 karat gold and also steel nibs, La Fenice from Leonardo Officina Italiana. This is gonna be fun. So let's start with the pen. And this is the Leonardo Momento Zero Grande 2.0, and this is the Galactica. And this blue beauty, it's the universe. And now let's continue with the ink. This is Leonardo Black. And the nib. This is the steel La Fenice. And this is the elastic fine. Yeah. Oh, this is not the La Fenice. So for the elastic fine and elastic extra fine nibs, those are not La Fenice stamped. Those come in the previous laser engraving style of Leonardo Officina Italiana. The wetness, this is one pass. Woo! This is a super wet nib. And maybe this is due to the fact that this elastic nibs are a little bit more bouncy and leave the opening in between tines to get a little bit more bigger. So when you apply a little bit of pressure on them, the flow will be very obvious. But anyway, this is not fire hose wet, normal, figure of eights. I would just say this is a fat fine. If that's what you aim, this is the perfect nib to have. Flex. Big disclaimer, those elastic extra fine nibs in steel and also gold are not flex nibs and should not be treated as flex nibs, but they do allow a little bit of give, and you can clearly see this by the line difference. And if you want to have the line difference a little bit more obvious, pick an elastic extra fine. Now let's put the gold nib side by side, this one just as well, and let's check out to see how it's going to look on the paper. This is the Leonardo Momento Zero Grande 2.0 Galactica. And this is the Nana Rosa. Ink, again, Leonardo Black, super fun black ink. And the nib, this is the 14 karat La Fenice, and this is a broad nib, super wet, and this broad, and you can expect to have this kind of a ink flow from a broad nib. Figure of eights. This is what I would call an European broad nib flex. Not that you would flex one of these nibs, but we run out of ink, so I'm going to be just simply dipping it one more time in some ink. It's going to have some give, but it's not a flex nib. Anyway, it's going to be super smooth. Usually broad nibs are more accustomed to getting that baby's bottom problem, so let's have a look if that is going to be happening on our nib. So nothing whatsoever. It's going to start like a charm. What's very interesting about these nibs is that they do have this broad nibs, a little bit of a stubbish aspect, so the horizontal lines are different from the vertical ones, and you can clearly see this. This is a little bit more thicker, and this is a little bit more thinner. But anyway, keep in mind that when you order any single writing instrument from penventure, you can ask in the ordered notes to have your nibs adjusted to what you are looking to get as a writing experience. Even if you're not going to leave us with some instructions, I'll be personally handling your writing instruments, checking the nibs, adjusting them to offer a consistent and optimal writing experience. I think we moved quite briefly and we have plenty of time to discuss and gossip regarding this specific collection of Leonardo Officina Italiana. To be honest, I was surprised when I've seen that this year they chose to just simply collaborate with a different resin maker. Usually I was expecting them to deliver something towards us from Jonathan Brooks. This collection, it's very interesting, it's original, it's a wonderful way to check out. This one's from Taylor Pen Company bring a breath of fresh air because they are a little bit more different. My personal favorite, very hard to decide because all of them are unique in their color patterns and the color choices. It's difficult. If from the original pictures I was setting my eyes on the universe color, the blue one, when I've seen them in person, the story was different. I just like the planetary nebula because usually I'm not a huge fan of white fountain pens, but this green one with the white and everything, it's stunning. Not to mention that the Nana Rosa is highly underrated because it looks gorgeous. The overall choice of colors with pink, with orange, with purple, I haven't seen this by now. Rose gold plated trims, I believe it's a stunning choice, and the whole fountain pen, it's going to be very practical. There is a huge ink volume, there is a lot of options for the nibs, there is a lot of practicality. You can take apart the nib unit, you can substitute it with something different from your collection. It's an oversized fountain pen, but it's not huge oversized like maybe something like the Namiki Emperor that I've showed you. It's still practical and enjoyable, and you can take it inside your pocket, shirt pocket, jeans pocket, super light. I believe it's 29 grams, fully inked and capped, and this is not a huge weight for a writing instrument of this size. Pricing, it's spot on. I really think it's a great new year start for Leonardo Officina Italiana, and I cannot wait to see what's next available from them. What we have right here today, it's something solid, it's something nice, it's something super high quality. The work on them, it's flawless, like you know by now from Leonardo Officina Italiana. This is going to be the stepping stone for an awesome 2024 from Leonardo Officina Italiana. If you want to join Leonardo Officina Italiana and myself in welcoming one of these pieces, 2, even 3, a set of this in your collection, just scroll down, you'll find the details for our website. You can find the link for this specific fountain pens. This is a limited edition of 300 pieces for each color, and we have a few allocations left. Like 70% of the whole allocation for penventure is already sold. Super thankful for Leonardo Officina Italiana to allow us the preview of this series, because to the best of my knowledge, this is the only units outside of the company that got delivered, and they arrived in time for a video review. So you've seen them at penventure. Thank you very much for spending this time with me on the penventure YouTube channel. Let me know if my content is useful. If you want to show us the gratitude for having this content, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. This will help me a lot with the YouTube algorithm and everything else. And if you are interested in acquiring your writing instrument, you just have to scroll down a little bit. There you will find the details for our website, our social media accounts, phone number, email, anything and everything that you may need in order to get in contact with me, and I will be helping you out with that specific purchase. I know that so many of you that are watching our videos are not subscribed yet, so if you want to help us grow the penventure YouTube channel, subscribe. It's very easy. Just click there, turn the notification bell on, and you will be notified whenever we have new content. Speaking about content, if you want to continue watching my videos, I'm gonna leave it this right here. You can click and enjoy. As always, I'm your host Aaron from penventure. I look forward to seeing you next video. Take care, stay safe, enjoy writing. Bye bye.